I'll be a place for you. 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 I'll be a place for you.
Hi, how you doing? Welcome to First for Audio. Peace. Night Writer Night, where we just chill out, write a tune, or not. It depends. I mean, I'm in the right mood, but as I put in the choices there, we can either do a chill out thing, an upbeat thing, or do what I want. And so far, it looks like I'm doing what I want. So it could turn out as anything, and that doesn't always mean writing either, does it? I could just sit here and talk to, my compadre here, Mister Doc McDanger, you know.
Hey, everybody. How is everybody doing? We are here again for another week of Night Rider where you get to watch Lee write a song, and it's going to be exciting.
Or not, Doc.
Or not. It could be a complete train wreck. This could be
Yeah.
hard.
I could crash and burn,
Yes.
like someone who crashes and burns, like a Bernie thing that crashes.
Yes, like a World War I plane that got shot down, spiraling
Exactly that.
down into the ocean, flames shooting off the back. That's what could happen.
Yep, with flames coming out my arse.
Yes.
Really
That's
bad.
Excitement about
It'd probably be
why-
stingy and everything.
Oh, yeah.
Right, enough of that tomfoolery. What you like, leading me down that sort of path? Should we say hello to a couple of people, shall we?
I think we should.
We've got Freaky Geek. Hi there, how you doing? How you doing? How you ding? Let's move. Let's get this a little bit closer. Look. Oh God, look at that. Oh Jesus Christ. Is that what I really look like? Oh yes, that's scary, isn't it? That one. Don't laugh. You're not supposed to laugh. You're supposed to stick up.
You
We
look
say, nah, mate, you look
fabulous.
really cool, mate. You're so cool.
You look so good tonight. It's
Thanks, mate.
amazing.
Thanks, mate.
It is
Cheers,
amazing.
mate. Yeah, that's what it's all about, mate. See, that sort of confidence, mate, does it for me.
Yes. No, I know.
Dorothy Hawkins, the wonderful and grand Dorothy.
There she
Dorothy
is.
Hawkins.
Yes. Hi, Dorothy.
Hi, miss. Hello, miss. I'm being a good boy today. No lines you got to give me today. I've been really, really good. I've been moaning about equipment, but I mean, what can I do?
Well,
I see Bree's there, Thin Lizzie Borden. Hi, Bree. How you doing? Good to see you
Hey.
here. Oh, the Falcro. Dude,
There's the
I thought you had a
Falcro.
show.
Hey, buddy.
You had a show going on, didn't you? What happened there? You got fed up
Yeah.
with it, Joe. You wanted to come and see a real musician. It's a joke. It's a joke.
Where
Don't
you
hurt me.
best? Falco.
As he says, he's an amateur professional. A professional
right.
amateur or whatever he says.
Yes.
Hey, mate, we're all in that boat, mush.
Yeah.
So we got
Yeah.
right now. This guy's fairly funny, if you like funny. But yeah. So we'll move on from that.
Yeah,
Oh God, did you laugh? Did you laugh when I did that? Did you?
You should.
I'm going to pace like him now. I'm going to get up and pace.
Yes. If you didn't laugh at that, you need to sit yourself down and ask yourself.
No,
why.
he's great. He's great. All good. Who else we got?
We got gaming with Steven.
Oh, is he here? Is he? I'll get to him in a sec. To be Irish, hello. How you doing? All right, here. That's right. Good. We've got Nora, the stock explorer. Hi,
Ooh.
Nora. How you doing?
Hi, Nora.
Gaming with Stephen, Scottish. Aye.
Ah,
Aye. He's up there in Scotland.
yeah.
Bonnie lad he is. We've got. I think we've covered it. I really do. I think we have.
The
Oh,
Journals
yeah.
of Awakening. Do we?
Yeah, that's what I just did. Yeah, I just did. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. We're covering.
Yeah,
everything.
he did laugh as well. Apparently, I reckon he's lying just to get his name up on the board again. Yeah, I'll let you have it again. Look, there you go. Yeah, and one more for luck. There you go. Look, no, right. Now,
Yeah.
go away. You bother me. Go away. he
You
was
know
banging
what's
out the old impressions earlier. Yeah, Charlie Bravo, hey, Mama.
There you go. There you go.
Everybody loves a bit of Johnny Bravo. Mama. Yeah, bigging me up about my mic as well, wouldn't ya? Yeah, I prefer to call it Bob.
Bob.
That's a bit generic, isn't it, Mike? Every
Well,
single
yeah.
one of them's called Mike. I mean, couldn't they think of a new name for them? Yeah, no.
I know.
Like loudy thing that gets louder when you shout louder.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
They
there you go.
really should be more obvious. I agree.
I think so. It should be called Little Pizzo or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, that's
Good.
the kind of words Falco uses on his show. Thingamabobby, thingamajig.
Yeah, but yeah, the thingamajig. Yeah, the doohickey.
Yeah.
Yeah. See,
Falco
I know
knows.
exactly. I know all those words from the made up library. Yeah, like I always say hello, ladies and gentlemen. You know,
That's
it's
right.
it's a thing I say that I came in with Stephen, tried to take on the other day, and it didn't go the same way.
Yeah. Right.
It didn't work out right for him. You know, you got to find your own path, Stephen. See, I've tried to say this to you, mate. You know. Now don't do it again, right?
Yes.
The same as he tells me, stop doing my accent, you idiot. Right?
Look, this
Look,
is what you get when you tune
I
in.
got a little look. I should be doing an Italian Irish accent because my descent, you know, my descendants, or I descended from rather.
Yeah.
I descended from Irish Italians, right? So, or Italian Irish.
Okay.
So you know, I've got a little bit more of a right to do an Irish accent than I have a Scottish one. But I like the Scottish accent. You know what I mean? I can't help myself. Yeah, and I know it's stupid. I know it's stupid, but I do it anyway. Right, so here we go. What we're gonna do is we're gonna play what we did last week, right? Well, not last week. It was the last track we did because last week and the week before, what were we doing, Doc? We were going through
reviewing.
We were reviewing
previous tracks,
and we done all of them that were in the actual list that we'd been doing lately, right? So we got all that lot. Oh,
yeah,
no, you can't even see that because the stupidness of the
not really.
stupid thing and the stupid.
It's a long list.
Let's not even do that. It's a long enough list. It's
Yeah.
about 20 tracks there, I think, something like that.
Yeah, we covered
Any
all.
road up. So we're going to go back now and we're going to listen to what we did and what the last written piece was.
Yeah.
Which was this monkey here. Hello, monkey. I don't speak monkey.
No.
Right. So let's listen to this and we'll come back in a sec and crack on with something new, maybe. And so far, it's looking like I've got to do as I want, which is actually apt for the record "Do as I Please," isn't it? You know what I mean?
It is actually, yes.
Yeah. You put me under pressure, but I've got to pay. And if I refuse, you put me away. But I say, no, not me. I'll do as I please. Right, here you go. I added slight touches to it. Jameson's and Coke. you go. I even stuck an ending on it. Look, how good am I?
Oh, so good. You are so
Ah,
good and so
see, I
talented.
told you I got top qualities, my son. Top qualities.
Yes, yes, yes.
I'm mucking you, aren't I? Oh, you don't want to be around when my laser goes off.
No, no.
So yeah, let me address this a second. Old off-world Atom, where are you, mate? Where are you? Hey, mate, hey, mate, where are you?
Off-world Adam.
Where is his comment, where is he? God, I've only made this then. Like
Yeah.
old times, right? He says, right, like the good old days, right? The good old days, what he's referring to is when I first started doing YouTube, doing the live streams, this is what I was doing. And this was on a Saturday night, right? So I ended up, as you know, I mean, now, but for the JDs and gentlemen who don't know, I moved this show now to Tuesdays purely because this show was supposed to be a writing show on a Saturday, and it ended up just me singing to people and doing cover versions. So
Yeah.
the writing side of it just went by the wayside, and I kind of missed doing the writing thing because that's part of why, I started in the first place was to show people how I wrote the Alien Girl album. Well, not how I wrote that particular album, but how I write music,
Right.
And so I had to do it again, and I implemented the Night Writer back. Well, it wasn't called Night Writer first of all. Obviously, it was just First Floor Audio Live,
Mm-hmm.
But now I've named the show as Night Writer, and we're back to how it used to be. This is believe it or not, I've got about 10 times the amount of people in the in the audience as I had back then.
Yeah.
Adam will tell you that. Adam will tell you that. It was a pretty empty crowd when I first started. So I'm kind of privileged that you're all here. I really do appreciate it, guys. It's fantastic. It's lovely just to sit and watch me, work really and make up some blooming crappy old tune that's probably never going to do anything. But look, it's just for the experience really of watching how these things are done. Because
Yes.
most people just get to hear a finished product, don't they? I mean, as you know, you do your thing with Clay, and you go around with all these lovely records and you play them to people, but nobody ever gets to see them being created and be, at least at the starting point of what that is.
That's true.
A lot of the reason I do this is because you never know. One day I could write a piece of music and go to myself, I'm going to write words to that one, and I haven't done it. I haven't found one yet, right? But this is why you write and write and write and write and write, because sometimes you come up with something, eventually you come up with something, at least something that you can use,
Absolutely.
So what we're going to do is we're going to do our normal thing with this, which is we select everything, select all, and we delete it. And then what we do is we save it as a new file. Usually today's date, which would be the 31st of Jan.
Now, I still think when people hear Knight Rider, they're expecting a talking car. I think a lot of them. They're wondering, where's Kit? Where's the talking car? And
There you go.
It's not that kind of Knight Rider show, people.
No, it sounds the same, and that was the whole idea. Because I'm a very 80s based kind of writer, and I'll say this time and time again. But no matter what I do, guys, right, no matter how I write,
80s.
it always comes out sounding 80s. Now, it's obviously the late 70s and 80s music that influenced me. So, what happened was I ended up taking that whole lot, and rather than keep being influenced by new musics and stuff like that, I stopped listening a lot of music. If it wasn't for my friends that come around and say, "Oh, have you heard this record?" and play me a record, I wouldn't even hear half the stuff,
Yeah.
I wouldn't even know what's around. The only reason I know anything about anything is because my mates will come around and say, "Have you heard this record?" and Bluetooth it across to the sound bar, and I'll sit there and go, "Yeah, that's cool," but I can't be influenced by it. If I'm influenced by it, I'll start doing what I'm doing here, and then, so I tend to steer clear of most music. So that's why you always get something that's from me, and not influencing. Yes, you might find similarity in it to something that you kind of recognise or whatever. You're like, "Oh, I swear I've heard that before," but that's just familiarity. That's a good thing.
That's going to happen.
But a lot of musicians make the mistake of having one artist that they listen to, and they are fans of. I've never been a fan of anybody, right? I like so much music that I don't play fan. I've never had posters on the walls of any bands or anything like that. You know what I mean?
I am the same way. Yes.
Right. So I've always been an eclectic listener and writer, right? So everything that I play is at least from me. If I listen to the mistake I was talking about that bands or a lot of musicians make is that they're focused on one artist and no matter what they'll emulate that artist, but then that's not them. To me,
No,
that's
it's
not
not.
them. What they're being is a reflection of the artist that they followed, and you kind of lose something. You lose yourself. That's not you that we're getting. So the essence of being isn't there. If you know what I mean.
Agreed. Yes, you need to find your own originality. You really do. If you're going to be a successful songwriter, yeah,
Yeah, absolutely. You have to shut off from all other music. You really have to.
it's true.
Like I said, yeah, like I said, and to be Irish here says he doesn't read music. I'm exactly the same. I'm self-taught musician. I've never had a lesson in any kind of instruments at all. I play guitar, bass, drums, keyboards clearly.
Yeah, I am the
But
same. Yes.
I've never ever had not one lesson apart from when I was at school, and that wasn't music lessons. It was just.
No, I know that
They
was.
just used me for my voice, and that was it, really. And I was put into all the concerts and stuff. The music, the plays and stuff, because they're always musicals, weren't they? But yeah, you've got to break away from if you say like I love Pink Floyd, right? I liked Queen, I liked all the old rockers, but I also liked a lot of Bill Withers and
I got to step away.
Alexander O'Neill, and just so many different types of music. Then I liked all my Kraftwerk stuff and Tangerine Dream and Vangelis and Jean-Michel Jarre. I could go on for hours and hours and hours with the list of bands, and probably if you named a band, the likelihood is I know at least one record of theirs. Even if I can't name it, I'll know it if I hear it. If you know what I mean. And then probably start singing along with it a little bit.
Yeah.
Like,
I'll be right
another
back.
one,
I got somebody at my door.
Yeah, man, you're right. I'll carry on with the J's and Letterman anyway. Like Rolling Stones is another one. And I will find a record to do for our Steve in the audience. His dad was a fan of the Rolling Stones and always gets our Steve a bit of teary-eyed. So I'm gonna have to do that for him, and I. No, you don't. You're absolutely right, Steve. Understanding. Sorry. Dorothy, you're right. Understanding music doesn't mean you have to be able to read it. But if you want to play the music of old dead guys like me, it helps. Yeah, you just need a book in front of you. I don't. No. But I have to take longer to learn it. You see. And that's where my issues, if you call them issues, lie. But they don't, because I soon pick it up. All I do is I get all the bass notes first, figure out where all the bass notes are, and then I learn the right hand. Simple. And I go through it step by step. So I'll keep doing the start of it. I'll keep doing the start of it. Then I'll move on to the next bit, and I'll keep doing that bit. Then I'll add the two together, and I'll keep doing them two together. Then I'll add a third bit. Then I'll do that third bit for ages. Then I'll add it to the first and the second bit and keep doing that for ages. And then I'll add and onwards until I've done the song. And that's exactly how I do a cover version as well. As you know, on a Saturday, I do a couple of cover versions that have got the backing music. Well, all the music and the vocals I redo. In other words, I write it like I do here. I don't download, for instance, someone else's work, like a karaoke track and then sing over it. I do all the work, so it's in my key,
And that's good. That's
well, it is.
More
It is.
Yeah.
It is definitely good. Oh, what do I do? Yeah, it's the way forward, mate. It's the way forward. It's the right thing to do. Right, so let's what have we got here anyway?
Hi, Stephen. Hi, Stuart. I just want to say hi to those guys if they said hi to me.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, you like that set of beats, Dorothy. Most people like that beat. It's the. Do you remember Enigma? Anybody remember Enigma? Well, that's the typical what I call the typical Enigma beat. That one. No, it's. Yeah. Should we do that beat? Shall we? Shall I do that beat? Put your hands up.
Why
Put your
not?
hands. Put your
What do
hands
the
up,
people
ladies
say
and
out
gentlemen.
there?
Put your hands up if you want that beat.
Come on.
I see no hands. Well, apparently it's left up to me anyway, so I'm gonna do it. Shall I? Shall I do it? I know it's generic, right? But how many beats are there? Did you know how many beats there are? There's not as
Uh,
many as what you'd think there are.
Probably not, right?
No, there's not because there's only a certain amount of combinations. All right, you get all these guys now doing these triple beats and stuff, but they're using two drum pedals for a start, so then they're missing out on a lot of the hi hat, open hi hats and stuff because they can't do it because they're too busy with the double feet on the bass pedal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So that's all very well, but that's all very well if you're doing screamo or metal, But I don't really do metal. Obviously, my vocals don't suit that. So, I stick with the more mellow sort of stuff. Dance stuff, if it's just a musical piece, dance stuff's okay. But we're going to do this then, shall we? We've got to pick a speed for it, though, because I don't know whether to do it mellow yet or a little bit upper beat,
Yeah. Well, how
I'm
you
going to
feeling?
go straight away, though. I'm going to go down to about 111. I'm doing that for Amy if she ever pops in.
Okay.
I'm talking Alien Girl 111, obviously. Hello, Retro. I can't tag your blooming second
Yeah.
letter. When people do that, it kind of loses me. But I can do that. How you doing?
How you
Retro
doing,
gamer?
Retro?
Retro Gaming 2.0. Right, so let's get this funky. Play that funky music, white boy.
Ow.
I don't do all of it because I'll get a copyright claim and they'll
Yeah.
take the money off of this show. These are the only two shows I can ever get money on because obviously Saturday's show I do cover versions and that just wipes me out straight away. Right, let's sort that bit out. If we go into it, whoop. Let's have a wee look at this. Shrink it up, stretch it out. Right. Oh, don't do that, Lee. I always forget it's always all of it selected. Well, that's really poor, isn't it? There's two toms. What a weak drum kit.
Yeah. Yeah, not the best.
But it's just not doing what I want it to. Obviously,
Yeah,
you know, you probably know what I'm looking for.
yeah, yeah.
Buckish. Right, so let's go out of this back to this. What we'll do is we want to move this. We want to move this just off of one, and we'll take it to two. Turn the metronome off. And on here, I'm just going to do a simple crash. Let's get rid of those couple of... I need to move my camera. There's a couple of extras we just don't need on that.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
Well, I always imagine myself playing the drums, look, so a lot of the time I actually know what I want from it mentally.
Right.
Accomplishing that with keys, a completely different thing.
It certainly is.
But look, all we're looking for really is just to get something grooving that we can use to put some music to, right? So that's all we're doing really. That's all this is for. So let's save it there a minute. And that always takes a while. So anyway, let me say hello as well to Stuart. Hello, fella. I'm glad you're here, mate. I need me mods because I've only got a couple.
Hey, Stuart.
Everybody's busy. Sapphire
Busy,
Alpha,
busy.
see you there. How you doing? Good day, mate.
Sapphire
Good day. He's over in Australia.
Ah, cool.
Now, where are we? All right, that's that done. So let's just for a minute recycle this. So we'll take this here, get like that there. Shrink this up so I can see the other. This piano is really awful.
That sounds familiar.
Do you know that song?
Yes. Don't be condescending with that.
Am I condescending you, mate? Am I?
Yes.
That's me.
Yes.
Lychee. That was a little rip off of Tenacious D there.
Shout out to Conspiracy Music. He's joining us as well.
Oh, is he? All right, mate. How's it going, Clay? How's it going, fella? Good to see you, mate. Let's do something. Let's do something a bit nutty with this.
Yeah, let's get crazy. Let's get nuts.
Sounds like a plan. See how that works. Like I said, it's just experiment. And the first thing you hear usually is a good idea, because otherwise you overthink it. That's another thing you never want to do.
Yes, you can overthink things. You can overtweak things.
Overtweak, mate.
Yeah.
It's like once you've written a record, a lot of mistakes that are made are when people overdo it with the I want it to sound like this, you know, it's got to be sound like that. Just find the instrument that sounds good with it. Done.
Yeah.
It's already
Yeah.
got the frequencies there for it. If you're hearing it through everything, that means the frequencies aren't interfering with each other. So always find instruments that balance with each other. You know that. So if you've got a bass line, don't pick something with a bass end frequency that's going to match that frequency, because then you're going to wipe that bass out, and it's pointless even having it. You know.
The frequency, Kenneth.
Yes, stick to the frequencies. Be different. Be wild. Be strange. What the hell was that? Right, here we go.
I don't know.
This will all be moved later in a minute. I just want to. And we try again. That's not where it is. Already we got something grooving. messing around. Don't, take it serious. Right, what we're going to do, we're going to shrink this up.
All right. Shout out to Queen B. Thank you for joining us, Queen B. I see you.
Oh,
out
hi,
there.
Queen B. How you doing? Hi. Yeah, great. Lovely. Yeah, see you. Uh-huh. Like this, Oh, Kathy. Hello. How you doing?
Hi, Kathy.
Who else we got? Oh, Mikey Gematria. Hello,
Hey,
mate.
Mike.
Oi. Oi. Queen B. Hello. I say. Jolly good to see you here. Anyway, back to this.
Yes.
Yes, I'm an idiot. I'm a freak.
It's what we do.
But if I wasn't a freak, you wouldn't get this sort of stuff.
Yeah.
See how you can change the style of something just with doing something really stupid.
Yes. Stupidity is always wonderful. It's like people in the chat talking about smashing the like button. You could smash the like button. Don't actually smash with the like button, though, because that would be disgusting and it ruins your
Yeah,
keyboard.
just definitely don't get hold of that like button in any way other than what it's designed for.
Yes.
You'll end up in the hospital with that sort of injury.
You will. You will.
And then they have to surgically remove it. You never want that. That's never nice.
You hate to see it. You really
You may
do.
think it's nice. You may think it's a good idea at the time, but
Yes.
trust us,
You'll be
it's
sorry.
really
later.
not. We've been there, done that.
Yes. You're going to regret it.
Yeah, regrets. I've had a few.
Uh-huh.
Listen,
I did it
this
my
is not
way.
that kind of show, ladies and gentlemen. I do apologise for any sort of
Yes. Cut that out, you people.
innuendos that you might have got from that. It's just not my style. It's not the way I roll.
No, we don't do that here, people.
No. It's definitely not about rolls. Might be about bread now and then, but it's never about rolls.
No. So
Never.
cut it out.
Pack it up, guys. Come on now, sort it out. Now let that be a lesson to you.
Exactly. Now we've
Yeah.
all learned something.
Right, we've all learned a very important lesson today,
Yes,
and that's always a good thing. Clearly,
that's true. We bring you songwriting and we bring you life lessons here.
Yes, yeah. See, don't you, Doc? See,
Yeah,
you've got it where it counts, Doc. You have. No, you
I
have. Seriously, don't let anybody
that's
tell you any different, mate.
no, that's why I'm here.
That's it, mate. You got it all going on, Doc.
Of
I don't
course.
know what you've got it going on, but
No,
you got to be careful what you actually put it on. But
it's something.
it's definitely something, mate. Anyway, enough of this tomfoolery, silly billion. We don't do this silly billy and
No,
malarkey, do we? We're very, very serious musician
nitwittery.
ones. I'm a very serious musician one,
Yes.
Musician. That's what I am, a musician. Sup, Lee? I don't know, Crowley. What is up? I'll tell you what is up, mate. I shall tell you what's up. Does anybody want to know? Is anybody really interested in what is
I
really
think
up?
we should tell them what is up.
Do you reckon I should tell them? I don't know whether I should, but I don't know if they
We
really want to
should
know
look.
my
American
issues
Pride
and
Ohio
problems.
is American Pride Ohio is wondering what's up as well. So you need to share.
Mate, I'm gonna have to share, aren't I, my latest problems. Now, before you stands this very, very cheery guy, right? Yeah? No, you're wrong. Right?
Yes.
You've read the
Actually,
situation
on the
wrong,
verge
guys. I
of
just got to tell you
despair.
this. I'm a very, very upset person at the moment because being a typical poor musician who doesn't want to plead poverty or beg people for money, I am in dire rubbish actions right now. Well, rubbish things going on right now.
It is true.
I had a mixing desk fail on me, and now another one's failed on me as well. So I am down to my last mismatch of situations. Like, for instance, to get this loveliness. Oh, yeah. That lovely smooth thing. Right? To get that, I need to use a reverb unit, which is an older type of thing, and it only works off of normal audio cables, right? So it's not XLR or anything like that, right? And I've had to use it via an effects send and return, right? And to do that, then you have to send you filter that send and that return into the channel that you want, right? Problem is, when I do that, for some odd reason, it doesn't go out of the left and right sub outs. So when it goes to the other mixing desk that then goes to the PC, I know it's complicated, right? But when it goes to that little mixing desk and then to the PC, the reverb isn't going through. So I've had to take it out of the headphones, a channel out of the headphones into there, just so you can hear the reverb. So there's a little bit of ambience about it.
Yeah.
Now, I'm hoping this lasts at least on Saturday, and then I just don't know what's going to happen because I've got all these complications having to use this now. Where when all I had to do before, I had my mixing desk there. It has onboard effects. I used the onboard effects because obviously it's not as many pieces of equipment; it's less.
Yeah.
But unfortunately now, not only have because I tried to use that spare mixing desk just for the reverb, which it worked lovely for one day. I switched it on the next day, gone.
Yeah.
So that mixing desk is gone. My other one that I just had repaired by my friend Paul, right? That one now is not working. The reverb unit on it is gone. So, and like I
It's
said,
the
I
whole
struggled.
thing.
I had to find this new way of getting this reverb unit to be heard. I don't need it for tonight so much because I'm just chatting and writing, but
Yeah.
for Saturdays, I like a little bit of ambience about the vocals because otherwise it's just flat vocals and it's not as nice. It's just not as nice. So, yeah, I'm poor at the moment. I can't replace it. I'm a poor musician anyway, I get disability carer's allowance. That's all I get, and that just goes back into the house. It's normal
Yeah.
family, mate, where the house comes first. This thing that I do has always been down to me. And beg, borrow, and borrow. Well, I never steal, but beg and borrow all the time.
Yeah.
Whenever I've needed a piece of equipment, and like I said, the guy that used to help me out is no longer around. He's passed on. So That's that. That's that done. I'm totally down to myself now. I mean, not that I wasn't in a lot of ways anyway. I mean, all the guitars and stuff I've managed to do, but I save up for months and months and months and months and months before I get it. Now, when you're talking mixing decks, you call them boards over there, don't you? Mixing
Yes.
boards. Well, when it comes to them, in your money, I think it's about $500 to get the one that I need because I need at least 12 channels
Right.
because I use so many things, and not only that, when someone else comes in, what do they plug into? You know. So if
Yeah.
Stag comes, I've got nothing I'd have nothing for him to plug into.
Right. Yeah. It's very expensive. It really is. The equipment and the technical issues are.
Especially on this level. You know, it'd be different if all I did was play the piano. Then all I'd need is a piano and something to mic it up or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
But because I do vocals and write on a DAW program like we're doing here, you know, I need that, and it's just the way it is. It's either that or I just stop doing music. I mean, that is not an option.
And that's not an option now.
But what it will stop me doing, it won't stop me doing the music because I can do it just through the TV if I have to do it, right? But I won't be able to do live streaming because I need all the channels to be able to do all the things that I do.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, you know, it's not looking good at the moment. It really isn't. So without trying to beg, because I don't like begging, guys, I won't start a GoFundMe and stuff like that and list what I want because that's just not me. But if you want to support me in any way and help me try and get this stuff, yeah, there is links in the description to be able to.
Yeah. Would be
You know.
most appreciated. Yes. Because
Yeah.
we don't
Obviously,
want
at
to
the
see
moment,
this.
it'd be better if Buy Me a Coffee was used rather than Patreon, because Patreon, I'm just saving that money up anyway to buy a new PC. And at the moment, I've got 320 quid in there. Yes, I could take that out, I suppose, and buy a mixing desk, right? But then that defeats the object of the whole reason why I started the Patreon, which was to save for a new PC to be able to do this, because this is not enough to do what I do. You know, it's
Yeah.
definitely not enough to do. I mean, I can't even add instruments anymore because the CPU just goes, no, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I can't even use the instruments that I've got on my laptop because this won't handle it. You know, my laptop runs the instruments better than this does. You know, I mean, you know, I really appreciate this PC. It was a gift, right? But at the end of the day, it just isn't man enough to do what I want to do. And I get a lot of people saying to me, "Well, just buy yourself a new PC." Yeah.
Yeah,
Where
if only it was
I'll
that
get the
easy.
money out of? Where's the money tree? Can you show me?
Yes. If only it was
You know.
that easy.
Yeah, well, people talk to me as if it is all the time, and this is the thing, because they see all this, they assume, they make assumptions that for some reason I've got money. Well, this is 30 years worth of accumulation here. Those speakers here, they were there. I bought them back when I was, I don't know, 20. You know, so the amp there, that's the newest thing I've got, and that's 10 years old.
Yeah. It takes a lot of time to save up and to get all of this equipment together. It doesn't come overnight.
No. Like I said, yes, I switched on the computer and everything, and look, I've got all this gear, and look at this studio, wow, right? But, you know, this is an accumulation of years of
Yeah. Yeah.
dedicated saving and
Exactly.
stuff, you know? Anyway, that's enough of me griping,
Yes.
and I'm sorry to burden you, ladies and gentlemen, about that, but, you know, it is what it is, and if the continuation of this show is, if this show is to continue, then I'm going to need to replace the equipment. Without funding, I'm not going to be able to replace the equipment. End of show. So
Yeah.
just
Unfortunately,
putting that out there.
is the sad truth. Yes.
It is the sad truth. Right, back to the whiting.
Yes. Back to our song, "Verge of Despair."
Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to name it. Verge of
Yes.
Despair.
Yes.
Panos Dog! Long time no see, fella. There's a drummer right there.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah, get your ass down here, mate. You ain't been round for ages, have you? It's weird hearing him say mush. Hello, Justin. Good day, mate. Everything's failing on me now. It's here to watch my equipment break.
Yeah. Poor Crowley. He says he feels like he brought the misery with him. No, the misery was already here, Crowley.
Nah, man.
Would've
I've
been
had this for
anyway.
Look, Crowley, mate. I've been battling with this system since, well, really last week, but it all came to a head when that other mixing desk went on Sunday. Like I said, I used it on Saturday from Saturday's show, and it was all lovely jubbly. Next day, literally switched it on, mate. Nothing, and I'm like, just
That's
why?
so weird.
Just what have I done to deserve this? And then so another mixing desk that's another £350, sort of gone. Just forget about it. And that's it. The thing is, as well, these aren't even the mixing desks that I could do with having. I mean, these are relatively cheap ones, if you know what I'm saying.
Kind of basic, yeah.
Yeah, they are. I mean, it looks expensive when you look at it and stuff. And yes, it's still expensive to someone like me, but it's nothing in the realm of what you can pay for these
in
things.
In the scheme of things, yeah, they're not.
Yeah, my friend paid 60 grand for one. I mean.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, exactly.
Imagine that.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't a studio, a proper studio sort of thing where it's a studio rooms. But and you can pay up from that. I mean, you can pay £250,000 for one.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Yeah, seriously, And Pro Tools for a start. I mean, Pro Tools is just stupid amount of money.
Yeah.
And that's with mixing desks and stuff,
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, of course, there's down to leads as well, because you can buy better leads, better quality of leads, and leads that don't break down so much and they last a lot longer, blah, blah, blah. I pay £2.50 for a lead. So the plugs on them, they're cheap. They wear out quickly. It's the same as these mixing desks. Depending on what they're made of, the pots wear out quick. So the in and out of, plugging them in, they wear.
Yeah. Yeah, it
so
happens,
it's not just the fact that they can break; it's the wear and tear as well.
Yeah.
It's like I said, it's an expensive, and it's not a hobby.
Yeah.
It's a lifestyle. Yeah. When I say leads, what I mean is audio cables, mate.
Yeah, the cables and the cords and stuff.
Yeah. 1/4-inch jacks, basically, mate.
Yeah. Yeah, things don't last forever.
No. Especially when you use it as much as we do.
Yeah.
You're in the game of using. This has become a bit of a equipment chat, really, isn't it?
Kind of, yeah, but it's still relevant.
Absolutely, it's well relevant.
But
so anyway,
look at the great tune we got coming out of it, though. It's
wow, you say great.
Fairly quick.
I say
it's pretty good for as quickly as you put it together,
Well, yeah, and that's it, yeah. something here I don't normally do.
Okay.
Well, that's rubbish, isn't it?
I feel like we're sending Morse code. Wonder what it means.
Why is this not even doing anything? Right. Yeah. Oh, it's one of them. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I get ya. I get ya. See? Go away. Go away. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We don't need that now. Now, why did that change speed? I did not do that.
Oh, okay. It definitely changed speed there. Hey, Charlie
111.
Cavalli.
I don't like this. But I like experimenting.
Yeah.
Or what we really want, because that's really, we need a MIDI effect rather than an audio effect. Let's have a look. Let's do an
Handicapped
arpeggio.
Traveler, I see you lurking out there.
Oh, Handicapped Traveler, how are you doing? Hi, hi, hi.
Still
Charlie
lurking.
Gabolden. Hey,
Yeah.
man.
Charlie.
Gabolden. Handicapped Traveler. Here we go. Let's carry on here.
Oh.
what the hell was that?
What's going on?
This is cracking me up. Normally it's just so easy.
Yes, well,
Let's bounce a little bit of chorus into this one.
now we're getting weird.
What was that, mate?
No, I didn't say anything.
And there we go. That's the first time you'll hear me drill into doing something a little bit more than what I normally do. Let's take a little bit of a head break from this because it's been going round and round and round. And what I'll do is I'm gonna play "Do As I Please." Funny enough, what do you reckon?
Oh, that sounds good. Do As I Please, which is yeah,
A track by Newton's Descent, which is a band that I basically got together and I wrote all the music for, and then other members played parts on it. And here we go. Huh!
You put me under pressure, but I do pay. And if I refuse, you put me away. But I said, oh, 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 oh. Not me. I'll do as I please. Oh, 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 oh. I'll do as I please. You've got it into my pocket. You left me dry, but I won't cry, 'cause oh, 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 not me. I'll do as I please. Oh, 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 oh. I'll do as I please.
And I'm going to play another one for Clay in the audience and for you, Doc.
I know which one that is.
What's it called, Doc? Doc, what's it called?
Change.
Trusting Change.
Trusting change. There you go.
Detached from my feelings. Beginning all over again. Right back to the start. I welcome wisdom into my heart. It's a step in the right direction. Staring me in the face is the one thing I can trace. It's a step in the right direction. Trusting change is good, and a step in the right direction. In touch with the issues. Beginning to rebuild. Get back into gear. Hey, wisdom, I'm right here. It's a step in the right direction. Staring me in the face is the one thing I can trace. It's a step in the right direction. Trusting change is good, and a step in the right direction. It's a step in the right direction. Staring me in the face is the one thing I can trace. It's a step in the right direction. Trusting change is good, and a step in the right. It's a step in the right direction. Staring me in the face is the one thing I can trace. It's the one thing I can trace. It's a step in the step in the right, step in the right direction. It's a step, 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 it's a
Yeah, trusting change.
Yeah. Yeah. That was written, like I said, as the first track I wrote after the passing of my old partner,
Yeah,
my old keyboard partner. And like I
yeah,
said, we used to exchange music quite a lot, he and I. You know, that was a massive blow to the old musical um, creativity.
sure, sure.
You know,
Great song came out of it, though.
a great big chasm of a hole opened up,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
like I said, unfillable,
yeah.
completely unfillable. You cannot refill that kind of loss. It's impossible. You can move on, you can take a step in the right direction, but
Right.
you know, you are, you, you know,
You're
you are
forever changed from that.
forever
Yes.
changed from it as well. That's it.
Yeah.
You know, that's why
Hey,
I say,
Akashi, Chris. Hey, Doll. I see you out there.
yeah, she's here. She didn't mean to be late. She's cool. She's probably working, mate. Like I say,
Yeah.
busy.
Wheelchair Ninja's here, too.
Yeah, he is. He is the hockey wielding blooming animal. He's an
Yeah.
animal, mate. Like I said, he makes me feel unfit as you like, mate, and I'm
I know.
able-bodied.
I
You know,
know.
I'm so proud of people like that just push on through, man. Push
Yeah.
on through, no matter what. You know, don't let it get them down, mate. They just crack on and look at me go, and it's like, "Mush, you may put me to shame. Stop it."
Yeah. You got to love
I
that. You
always
got
say it about Shane there, mate, but I really do mean it. I'm very, I'm impressed by people like that. They just have to work harder than any of us, and to do that. I mean, I'm a lazy git half the time, So to actually do things like that, man, it's a massive accomplishment, and only to be encouraged. You got to keep pushing. You're damn right there, mate. I hear ya, mate. I hear ya. I'm here to encourage, Mush. I'm here to encourage. Whoop whoop. I don't know your team name, Mush, so I can't go. Yo, go, whatever team it is. Yeah, you're gonna have to let me know what team it
Yeah.
is you play for up there in Canada. He's Canadian, clearly. But
Yeah.
I've got quite a few people that I know in Canada. There's Tuba Chat, old Kevin from Tuba Chat. He's in Canada.
Yeah. Blue Unicorn is here, too.
Hi, Blue Unicorn. Yeah, I did notice. I said hello with the old. Oh, so is Keith and Chief.
Yes. Yes.
You all right there, are you?
Uh-huh. We know what you're up to.
We know what you're doing. We know what you're doing. We know what you're doing. No, no, no. I'm such a
Ah.
child, aren't I? I'm a child. But you know what? I don't care. I ain't growing up for nobody.
Hey, Wheelchair Ninja says he plays for the Caps.
That's it. Beer caps. That's it. Yeah.
Ah. Go Beer Caps.
Whoop, 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 whoop. There you go, mate. Yeah. Yeah, quality, mate. Quality. Fair play to you. Fair play to you.
Yes.
So let's get back to this
Yeah. Let us
piece
do
of
what we were doing.
this thing. So what I've done is I've taken away a little bit at the start, so we can just start it off with this, with the piano, right? I think it's piano. Because I've got an idea for the beginning. Right, so let's go back to that beginning part, right? You'll see where I'm coming from in a sec.
kind of like this. Yeah.
It's probably out of time, but let's have a look. Because I did that without a metronome then as well, if you notice. Right, that wanted to go straight into that other note though. We're getting there. We're getting. It's got to be on time, otherwise it'd sound awful. I think I got it.
Yeah, I like it.
Right, now, I'm going to take that concept now, but we're going to change it, obviously, because we want this as to be a verse sort of thing, yeah?
Okay.
So, that's all chorus. Imagine that as all chorus,
Uh-huh.
yeah? So, chorus is the lead in everything, yeah?
Sure. Okay.
Right, so if we're... So we're going to start like... Right, we go. Let's see how that works. Basically swapping the chords round. Only using this one as well. Just try this. Right, that should work. Right, here we go. See how quick though, and you can just throw something together.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's not for the purposes of look at me and I grate it right in a tune. It's nothing to do with that. It's just literally showing the process and writing something quick so you can see how it's done, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Let's make this really different. Right. Now, let's go again from the beginning one. Right. Now, what I want to do is get rid of, right, chorus, verse, chorus, verse, chorus, shut up bit. And that's chorus. Right, so verse, chorus, verse, chorus. No. Yeah. Yeah, right, so get rid of that a minute. You still there, Doc?
I am still here. I am just listening and watching.
Sorry?
I
Was
like the
that
way
Doc?
this is going.
Yeah, it's pretty much done really. All I'm going to do is obviously there'd be loads more you could muck about with and see what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, so now we've got a little bit of an ending. What we do is we go like this so that it will play all the way to the end when it's written as a, or it's, when it's, exported. Make that a little bit longer so it will play to the end of the sample, you see?
Yep. Yeah, yeah.
And it's the same as at the beginning. What you do is you make this, join with that, and add that. And there you go. So we'll stop that. I'm going to save it. Whilst it's saving, I shall play a track from my massive library.
Massive. It's huge. Well, that came together rather quickly today. That really did.
It did. And this is Calm Before the Storm. And this is all to do with my mixing desk and everything cracking up and ruining me life.
Yeah.
Well, it's one thing to be upset with someone. Yeah, one thing to hold a grudge over one mistake. Oh, one mistake isn't much to make. It's one mistake. And you're sorry, you're so sorry. But it's just the calm before the storm. Someday the clouds will break so that the sun can shine.
Oh, yes, it is. Calm before the storm.
It is. That's such a good song. I like that.
Yeah, it's all right. It's not bad, is it? One of
It's
my
all
one
right.
of my earlier albums, that is. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that one.
I
Actually.
I wrote that album before I even had my own studio, and then watching my mate Dave mix and master that one. Obviously, it's all my music, so I still guided what I wanted out of it. Clearly,
Yeah, yeah.
myself and John. So it's not like I didn't have a part in it. It's just that I wouldn't fit. Well, I did do some physical stuff, but not as much as I do now. Obviously I took over. But
Yeah.
I learned everything by watching him do it, and I thought to myself, I can do that. And then the first record I wrote after that was Just Looking, which is just a really a quite a cheesy love song, really, but from a woman's point of view, but not from me. From an outsider's point of view, looking at her life, sort of
Okay.
thing,
Yeah.
like a love story sort of thing, chick flick
Yeah.
sort of
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
But it worked. It's still a pretty song, and not everything has to be over macho and stuff. There's different horses for courses and stuff.
Of course. Yeah.
So shall we listen to this? What we did tonight?
Yeah. Let's have a listen and see how it turned out.
Look, I mean, like I said, it's not the be all and end all of existence. It's not trying to be anything. It's just to show the process, and as you can see, it has a pattern to it, doesn't it?
Yes.
If you notice, Jadis and Lennon, when you've got bars of 8 in sequence, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So you got 3 bars of 8 at the beginning. The first part is just like an entrance. Second bar is a lead up to the third bar, and then into a verse. So, and then chorus, then verse, and chorus. And middle 8, chorus to end.
There
Most
you go.
tracks, 99.9% of tracks are all written this way. Are they not? Would you
It's
agree with
true,
that?
yes. There is a formula.
There is a formula, yeah. And this is basically your pop formula, really, if you want to look at it like that. It's your ABCs. They're very simple ABCs.
Yeah, there you
Of
go.
course, there's a lot of bands that do 7/8 and stuff like that, and 5/4.
Yeah.
But generally, 99% of music is 4/4 in this kind of format, and you'll realise that if you got into it and you realise that, you'd realise that's why you can follow it, because most people can follow that,
Yeah.
because it's basically based on your heartbeat, as we know. And here we go.
Okay.
Well, obviously there's an issue there. So what I'm going to do here?
Yeah.
Do that again. And there you go. That should solve that problem. And do it again here.
Okay.
That's called a foot pedal. The sustain pedal.
Uh-huh.
So let's just
Off-world
double
Adam
check that.
says, Shirley, you can't be serious. Yes, Adam, I am serious.
Sorry?
And don't call me Shirley.
Yeah, sorry, mate. I apologise. That's like me, mate. Everybody's always calling me Haley, and
Yeah. Yes, my
it
name
does
is
get a
not
bit
Haley.
irritating after a while, mate. You know,
Yes.
mistaking me for a girl is not. I know the modern day woman has a beard and a a male appendage, but
That's
that's just modern day women. I'm not
Yes.
really into the modern day women, mate. The ones with beards and the man piece, but it's the way it
Yeah.
is, mate. It's the way it is. Learn to accept it, or they'll scream till they're sick. All right, here we go. Let's hope that's got it. That sorted it, didn't it? Let it play out to the end now. Let me save it. And there you go, written piece.
Yeah.
Look at that.
There it is.
Now, really, what did it take? I mean, I know we've been going. Look, just because we've been going for 2 hours 11 minutes does not mean that took 2 hours and 11 minutes. That took probably, in all, probably about 25 minutes. Probably.
Yeah.
Now, songs have been written that quickly. Trust me, they have.
Oh, they have, yeah.
I mean, like I said, there's one night I came down the stairs after having a bit of a bad night with my wife a few years, quite a few years ago now. And I came down in the middle of the night, and within about 5 minutes, literally 5 minutes, I'd written a whole song.
Yeah. Yeah, it does happen. It's true.
Shall I play that song?
I think you should. Yes, while we're talking about it, why not? Yes, play that song. Let us hear that 5-minute tune.
Well, yeah, it took me 5 minutes to write it, but then obviously it took me longer to write it.
Yeah, to record it and everything. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's on the Turning Point album, or is it?
Uh huh.
Um, well, that's one of them. That's Carried Away. That's not that one. So it's.
He'll find it. Don't worry, everybody.
Yeah, I should have. Yeah, right. So it's on Destination Nowhere. Okay, here we go. This is called Comfort Day and Night, and you'll see what I mean by it. And I mean, literally, right? I'm going to show you this, right?
Yep.
Let's just drown that whiskey. I'm starting to get slightly inebriated. I always refer back. I always refer back to Dudley Moore because he's the kind of guy that I sort of like followed. Oh, excuse me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Another short man.
Well, exactly. See, and he played piano. You see.
He did. Yes.
And very English. You see, like myself. You know.
Yes. Quite.
So, what I mean by this whole thing. Oh, go away. No one asked you to play. No one. Shut up. Is it? Right.
Yeah.
Thank you. Now shut up. Right. So let me tell you. Right. Basically, I came down in the middle of the night, and I've literally done this. Fortify my position. I'm digging in for the long haul. And that was my straight out because I was just literally laid in bed, kept going over those lyrics over and over again. You know? So
Yeah.
fortify my position. I'm digging in for the long haul. And I've never been good at quitting, 'cause I've always seen the positive side. And then it just took time to formulate it into an actual song. And this is what I ended up with. Written exactly the same way as what you've just seen me do, right? So you always try and remember that everything that I'm going to play you is written this way, exactly the same as you've just seen here. This is called Comfort Day and Night. Fortify my position. I'm digging in for the long haul. And I've never been good at quitting, 'cause I've always seen the positive side. I can't give my approval, just step aside and watch you destroy your life. I can only offer comfort day and night, if that's alright. Your love for life is in remission. Your tired heart feels the strain. I've never been good at quitting, but it's hard to in for the long haul. Yeah, man.
Yeah, there you go. That's the first time I've heard that song.
It's got feels, isn't it? Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
brings tears to my eyes every time it does because I remember the situation and why.
Uh
So
huh.
I'm not going to go into it, but you know, it meant a lot. It
Sure.
means a lot,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know. And thing is, for other people, you're going to interpret things the way you're going to interpret them. You know,
Of course.
it's like I'm going to play a track in a second, right? Because obviously we've done this work and we've got about another hour because I always do a 3 hour stint.
Oh, okay.
But it gives me a chance to talk about the tracks as well. You know, like I don't do on a Thursday because on Radio 1FA, I don't do any talking, just play the music back to back.
Yeah, that which is cool.
Because I've got so much, you know, I do a 4 hour stint and it doesn't even get through 10% of my stuff, you know. So, I mean, you do hear different tracks at different times, you know. Likelihood is you'll hear a track you haven't heard before. So, you know,
Yeah.
it's just for that, really. But the next track I'm going to play is called Your Fool. And it's really easy to mistake what it's about because it sounds like it's a relationship with a woman, right? But it's actually nothing to do with a relationship with a woman, though it could be interpreted like that the way it's written, right?
Yeah, sure.
It's actually about a relationship with music, right? Because it's basically I'm a fool to music. In other words, I'm under its spell. I'm commanded by it. It's like a wife that I'm always arguing with. You know, it's always giving issues where you can't fight against it and stuff. You know, it's one of those things. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm gonna play that because when you know the interpretation of what it actually is, you listen to it differently. The same goes for "Give Your Love to Me." Again, it sounds like it's a real arrogant song. It sounds like, you know, I guarantee you're going to give your love to me. But then what you got to do is you got to know why I wrote it like that. Because what it actually is back in the day when I was a younger lad, before I did any music or went out and played or anything like that, I used to go to nightclubs like every young man does and young woman. You know, when you start drinking and stuff and whatever, you go out to nightclubs, don't you? You think that's
Yeah.
the place where you meet women and stuff.
Sure.
So of course there was always me, and I had a load of black mates. So I used to stand and just because I was really into the groove of soul music and stuff, right? So I used to hang out with these lads, and I was just always be stood there just boogieing down with them, just stood up against the wall, really cool, like, you know, rather than, you know, over the top like a lot of the lads would be, right? But I was very I wasn't confident in my looks and stuff like that, right? So I'd never approach a woman. But in my head, I was doing it all. I was approaching them. I was spinning them around on the floor and dancing and stuff. And I put myself in that position again to write this song, you know. So I'll play that one again in a bit as well because that's another one that you think it's about, you know, me being arrogant. You're going to give your love to me, but it's not. It's about the guy that never does that. That's in their head, they're doing all of that. They're going up to the girl, they're asking them out for a dance or whatever. They're going out with them. They've done the job, and it's blinding, brilliant. But really, nothing's happened. You know, and it comes back to the fact of you just go home alone, and you're alone, and you didn't do that because you're not brave enough to do that. You're not confident enough to do that. So it's actually a song for people that are lonely or whatever to be able to sing to a woman to actually implement that idea. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. There you go.
But I'm going to play Your Fool first because Your Fool, like I said, is all about my relationship with music. Damn thing.
Aha.
Oh, yes. Got to be done, mate. Got to be done. And I think this is on the R Plan album. Like I said, all these tracks I'm playing are on YouTube anyway. You can't download them yet. I haven't started a Bandcamp or anything like that to sell any music yet. Although Dorothy did ask earlier, where could we buy the Alien Go album? That was this morning.
Yeah.
And I said, you can't yet because I haven't put it on any format to sell it. So I wouldn't have thought it would have sold. So why would I have wasted my time or effort or money? You know, I mean, I haven't got the money to if it costs anything. Like I used to have a Reverb Nation to sell Newton's Descent stuff when, you know, we were all working together.
Yeah.
And I spent 2 years doing that website, and then we had one gig that went poorly, not because of our sound or anything like that. It's because we weren't allowed. I wasn't allowed to use my sound. I took all my speakers and everything, had all my sound set up for my speakers. Then they had this monkey of a lad who'd never even recorded a thing in his life, or mixed a thing in his life, and they let him loose on our live gig, and
Oh,
it ruined it. Just ruined it completely. Well, anyway,
oh.
this is called Your Fault, because I am.
In submission to what you put me through at any point in time, on hands and knees, it's you I please, something you never do for me. I'm your mercy, 'cause you close me. Subservient to wine at every point in time. This day and every day, and every kind of way, I chose to live this life. I'm your mercy, 'cause you love me.
Oh, there you
Yeah.
go.
Now you understand it, don't you, when you listen to it?
Yeah, you listen to it.
I'm at your beck
Right.
and call. You know, you'd never give back to me what I give to you. You know, I treated it like it's a relationship because it fucking well is. You know,
Yeah.
Do you know what the worst thing anybody can ever say to me is that it's a hobby.
Right.
It's an insult, right?
Yeah, it's more
Because
than a
you
hobby.
pour
Yeah.
your life into it. It's a lifestyle. I
Sure.
wake up daily, and the only thing that is well, it's just a normality for me. It's just embroiled within my existence. It's not something that I do on the weekends. It's not, I just come in and hang out. I live in my studio. My wife has the house. I have the studio.
Yeah.
And I mean, it works beautifully and perfectly. We hardly ever have any issues. Really, it's brilliant. We're nearly at 20 years here as well. 18
That's
years
great.
this year.
Yeah.
We've been together 18 years. Married 17. So
Yeah.
like I
Very
said.
cool.
But with music, yeah, I mean, there's not many guys that are as lucky as me in this respect, dude. You know it. I mean, you ladies know. You know how you need your fella around you a lot. I'm kind of lucky in the sense that my wife is not very demanding,
Yeah.
and
She's supportive of what you do, and that's important.
supportive, but without being over the top with me. She doesn't.
Yeah.
It's not like a super fan where she just thinks everything I do is just dreamy. Nothing so. It's very normalised. So she grounds me. I mean,
Yeah.
I've never been an overconfident person anyway. I am confident, don't get me wrong, because I wouldn't do this otherwise, would I, if I wasn't confident? You have to have a little bit of narcissism about yourself because you're never going to sell yourself. You're never going to create music unless you have a little bit of it. That doesn't mean to say you got to live your life as some, I think I'm great, aren't I a pop star, even not without being one.
Yeah.
I just don't carry myself like that to anybody else. You wouldn't even know I do this. how many people have been surprised that I even do this has been countless. Countless amount of people have come in. I didn't even know you did music. Well, no, because I don't go around coming up to you every 5 minutes and saying, "Oh, come and listen to my music. Come and listen to me play the piano." Well, it's just not me.
Yeah.
It's not me. You know, the only
Yeah.
time I got discovered once, I had a party here, right? Before any of my wife's family really knew what I did. I had a party here and I was playing a load of songs, and they just thought it was radio I was playing.
Yeah. Unlike myself, who shamelessly self-promotes. But there's actually reasons behind that too, though, because the more I promote conspiracy music the better we do, the better artists that we promote
Yeah,
to.
but you're doing it on behalf of other artists, which is commendable, right?
Yeah.
And you're not doing it for your own self-interest. You're doing it for the interests of all the other artists, and that is beyond you. So you're the spokesperson for many people that don't speak a lot about
Yeah,
themselves.
yeah.
Because there are a lot of humble musicians out there that don't go on about how great they are, and a lot of musicians very not nervous with their music and stuff, but they're just not all about like, oh, come and listen to me, and I think it takes a certain type of person to want to be worshipped,
Yeah.
like your mega pop stars and stuff. I mean, they've had to literally lick balls to get there.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm not licking no corporate ball. You know what I mean? It's just not happening. So I won't get anywhere purely because I'm not willing to lay my existence and give all my intellectual property in and my face and the shirt off my back to these people so that they can earn money off it whilst I get 2% and thank you very much, mate. Bye bye.
Yeah, you don't get a whole lot out of it now. It is true.
So what I'm going to do now? I'm going to play what I said I was going to play, which is "Give Your Love to Me," right?
Okay,
Now,
cool.
and this one is what did I say? This one's about.
This one is about people who do not have the confidence to pursue the goals that they would like to with the women.
There you go. And it's all in their head. It's a dream. It's a I wish I could but never do.
Yeah.
So here we go.
I know what you need. I know just how to please you. I got what it takes. I know what you need. I can provide. There's no way I'll hide from you. I got what it takes. I know what you need. I guarantee. You're gonna give your love to me. I guarantee you're gonna give your love to me. I will respect you. I can protect you. I got what it takes. I'm your man. Take it fast or slow. Who knows where it goes? I've got what it takes. I'm your man. I guarantee you're gonna give your love to me. I guarantee you're gonna give your love to me. You'll give your love to me. I know what you need. I know just how to please you. I got what it takes. I know what you need. I can provide. There's no way I'll hide from you. I got what it takes. I know what you need. I guarantee me. I guarantee, I guarantee. Gonna give your love to me. You're gonna give your love to me. I guarantee, you're gonna give your love to me. I guarantee, you'll give your love to me.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
you go.
You see what I mean? It makes you think of it then, doesn't it? When you
Yeah,
know what it's about, you literally put yourself in that position. And it's like,
yeah.
yeah, I get you. I get you. I mean, I've been successful plenty of times, but, there are, as we know, many people without the confidence. And the idea of me writing that is just so that someone's got a tool that, say, like that record comes on, they could be mouthing it and pointing it at a lady, or but even a girl could use it for a guy.
Yeah,
Or it is guy on guy, girl on girl, whatever. Right? It's that whole thing of like trying to break that ice of the bravery of you making the first move to
yeah.
introduce or to make an involvement.
I
It's
used
a
to be
hard.
terrified.
It's
I
a
was
hard.
terrified of that when I was
Mate, so was
when I
I.
was
Seriously, I
younger.
was so I got rejected so much. Being 5'3",
Yeah,
most women were taller than me, and literally I'd get laughed at in my face.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I stopped even approaching women. That's why I ended up just standing with the lads and just dancing with them, like because I felt safer just with them.
That was through music that I gained my confidence. I mean, it was becoming a musician
Yep.
and starting bands, and all of a sudden now girls were interested, and
Yeah, same
you
here,
know,
mate. It
and
sort
I
of like
worked
adds a
through all
couple of
that.
points onto you, doesn't it? If I was a
It
5 before,
does.
I'm a 7 now.
Yeah,
And it's really strange because, like I said, you're put on this pedestal, and see, I don't accept the pedestal very well. People can compliment me all they like, but when I go to bed at night, I'm with me and I'm with my wife. I'm not with them compliments. I'm not with all them people telling me how fantastic I am.
yeah,
You know what I
yeah, yeah,
mean? So I'm very grounded in the ways that it's beautiful and a wonderful thing that people give me confidence by saying nice things to me. But I'm not one of them people that think to myself or live off of it. You know what I mean?
yeah,
It's not a good idea to I mean, look, a carpenter can make a beautiful chair, right? I mean, I can make chairs and stuff. I can make cabinets. I can lay floors and stuff. But when someone says to me, "Oh, that's a great job there, Lee," I don't need to hear that every 5 minutes to tell me how great I am at doing that job,
right. No, if you
right? And it's
do,
the
then
same.
yeah,
And
it's
yeah, there
not.
you go. And it's the same for music. And I explain it like this: writing music and singing for me, right? I mean, singing I've been doing since 4 years of age, right? It's just one of them things that I'm born with. Writing music is a learned ability. It's not a talent. I don't agree with that. What is a talent is when you get an autistic 8-year-old that can play piano without even knowing how to play a piano. That they can just pick
Yeah,
up a piano and just go blah, 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 blah. That is what you call talent because that just comes from nowhere, right?
yeah, yeah,
I've got learned ability because I learn what I need to learn, and it's almost like the magician that learns his particular tricks. He's good at particular tricks, and that's what's good.
yeah,
He's good at. Give him a different trick to do, and he's going to have to go away and learn that trick. You understand?
yeah,
And it's the same for me. If I want to learn a record, I'll learn that record for that record's sake, for that purpose, for then, right? And then from then on, I can usually do it and remember it. But it's kind of trickery because I only know a certain amount of tunes. It's not like I can just, you know, someone plays me a song and say, "Well, play that," and I'd be completely lost. I'd look like a right idiot, you know. But
yeah.
it's
Well,
the
there is a certain amount of talent that's involved, though, because
well,
not everybody can do it. I mean, you could take 10
no, no,
people
no.
and teach
Granted,
them
on
all.
on that respect, I totally respect you for that on that level.
Yeah,
But I'm talking about from my point of view, from the way I view it.
right,
Right? Is excuse me. It's not about how someone else views me as talented. It's about, like I said, my view of myself. And to
right.
me, it is to me as a cup of coffee. I can make a good cup of coffee. I can sing an half decent song. I can play an half decent tune. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's all on the same level to me. So
Yeah.
I can't differentiate. Someone else doesn't taste my coffee, but they can hear my tune. So of course they're gonna rate my piano playing over a cup of coffee. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay.
But
Well,
I don't, because the cup of coffee is just as good as my piano playing to me. If
okay.
you understand that, all right, it's a little bit different, but
It's an
you know what
odd
I mean.
analogy, but okay.
Yeah. Well, look, it's an analogy of, mate. I told you, I started to get
Yeah,
very right.
it's a
Has
whiskey.
you're going to have to excuse.
Yeah.
Hey, excuse me, because at the moment I am slightly inebriated, but
Yeah.
I'm very, 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 very controlled. You see, because
Yeah.
I don't,
And
I
it,
don't, I don't fail it, and I'm absolutely fine.
and I make good coffee. All right.
So
Well, there
what I'm
you
going
go.
to do, I'm going to pick another track here, right? So we've got
Yeah.
20 minutes yet, anyway, right?
All right.
Um,
What do you got for us?
Well, I'm going to pick one that's got a lot of oohs and ahs in it, right? And the reason
Ooh.
why, a lot of
Ah.
harmonies, right? Because, like I said, all that you hear, I did, right? I did all the harmonies and all the niceties. So everything you hear, all the voices that you hear, are all mine.
Right. Of
But there are
course.
exceptions to that rule. I've got my daughter on one of the records.
Oh, okay.
Actually, two. I think it's a couple of the records.
Oh, all
Um,
right.
I think she's. Let me think about it. She's on Meaningless Apology. Um, and it might be. Where's Turning Point? Where's Turning Point?
Ooh. Ah.
She's on. No, I, don't,
It's on one of those songs.
I really can't remember. She's on. She's
He's
on
in
about
there
two
somewhere.
records.
Yeah.
But the record I'm going to play is going to be another slower one, right? But this is another one that I wrote for my wife,
Ah, okay.
and
Nice.
it's a shout out to her never really asking for anything.
Oh, okay.
She's one of them women, does everything for everybody else, never anything for herself.
Yeah, yeah.
And I wrote this song in respect to that. So this is called it's called if I can read it. Carried Away. Sorry, I don't know why I need to read it. But it's called Carried Away. Okay?
Okay.
And all the harmonies and stuff is what I like about this record, because the amount of time I spent on the harmonies was probably as much as I spent on the whole song, because I wrote it in 5 minutes. There's another song that I wrote in 5 minutes because it was that sort of feeling,
Yeah, it just came together.
Yep. There you go. So I'm going to dedicate this obviously to my wife, who never listens to my live streams, by the way, just to let you know, because she just doesn't do the YouTube thing. She does Facebook, but doesn't
Yeah,
do this.
yeah.
So here we go. Carried Away, because I got carried away. Got carried away with harmonies. Larry Roselle on guitar, though, not me.
She's never wanted too much. She's never asked for anything. Not anything at all. But is it asking too much? She's never asked for too much. Yet she deserves it all. She's reaching out her heart, crying for the chance to be free. Spread those wings, take flight, get carried away. defies gravity. She's carried on the breeze. She's reaching out her heart, taking the chance. Spread those wings, take flight, get carried away. Spread those wings, take flight, get carried away. She's reaching out her heart, taking the spread those wings, take flight, get carried away. Spread those wings, take flight, get carried
Yeah.
Very nice.
See what I mean about the harmonies?
Yeah. Very
Big,
cool.
aren't they? It's massive, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's about
Nice big
10
sound.
harmonies in that, believe it or not.
Yeah. Well, there you go. That's a good one right there.
But again, not overproduced either. You know?
Yeah.
Just,
You
it
don't want to
just
do
is-
that.
No. But although there has been some, like I said, my mate John, bless his heart, bless him, God bless him, right? But he had a habit of putting 6 bass lines in something, and the thing is, he didn't realise that it'd all get clouded, and he never realised that I took 90% of them out. He didn't
Okay.
even realise. No, he didn't even realise that I'd done it, because he built the layers up so much that they were lost in each other.
Yeah.
So what I did was I used to pick them out so that they'd stand out, and that kind of really worked. And he used to come back and go, "How did you make that sound so good?" I said, "Well, because it's just frequencies, John.
Yeah.
You used to change the frequencies, John, a little bit, mate. And
Yeah,
balance them out a little bit, mate. I
Yeah,
mean, I didn't want to
frequencies
hurt the
can
guy's feelings,
overlap,
because I
yeah.
loved him so much, man. He was like a brother to me, and I never wanted to hurt his feelings. So, I did fib, but it was for the best interests of the track. Like, I'm going to play one in the second, right, that he wrote.
Okay.
I wrote the lyrics. I always wrote the lyrics, and I played a little bit of synth and stuff on these things. But I mixed and mastered, and I had to record from his keyboards, and it was always one track at a time, and that was an absolute game and a half, mate. I tell you, when you've got someone with 32 tracks and he's used every one of them, and even through the track it's changed to another instrument and stuff, and the nightmares.
Wow, that's a lot. That's a lot.
I remember the hours and hours and hours of just recording his synth, because you couldn't just record the whole track off, because it was never mixed how it should be. It was always just on a keyboard, man, on a sequenced keyboard. Don't forget, it was a Korg, but it's not the fact you need it. You need each track separate when you mix and master it, because you have to change it. You have to find the frequencies that are going to mismatch, and then, like I said, Instead of making it complicated because you want this sound and that sound, and you drill into the sound and change the sound and stuff, instead of doing those things, find the instruments that go with what you're doing. And then you
Yeah.
don't have to work as hard. Yeah, it's actually really, really easy, really. Right.
Yeah, you don't want frequencies overlapping. They can cancel each other out.
Exactly. And like I said, John had a habit of putting 16 bass lines in something. It was really great.
Yeah.
But on this one, right, there's one really bit in it because there's this real deep vocal in it that just goes in the middle, right? And it's just not harmony, but a vocal pattern that I put in, and I just loved it. I don't know why I loved doing it, but it was really great.
In
It's
the
just
middle.
yeah, in the middle, because this is called In the Middle of Understanding, right? What's called The Middle of Understanding.
Okay.
John wrote the music for it. I mixed and mastered it, and like I said, I took out about six or seven bass lines in it. But what turned out was, quite a groovy track, and we're going to play that now. And we got 10 minutes anyway, so here we go.
All right, cool.
This is The Middle of Understanding from Turning Point.
Nothing's prearranged. No influence from outside. This complicated change came from the wind. In the middle of understanding, in the middle of something new, in the middle of unbelieving, finding something real. Indifference cut through the haze, piercing through the barrier. The fact is I still remain in some reactive frame, but nothing is prearranged. No influence from outside. It's complicated change came from the room. In the middle of understanding, in the middle of something new, in the middle of unbelieving, finding something real.
it's great fun. Great
Give me
fun.
love. I like that.
Yeah, like I said, it's a fun record. That was the first album that I actually mixed, mastered, and recorded.
Ah, okay, cool.
So yeah, like I said, from my first try at an album, that is no slouch, really. I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
what do you want from it? Geez, especially when you got as many instruments to muck around with that John left me.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
cool.
no disrespect to the little darling, because I did love John, but blimey,
Sure.
he always gave me a right chore task. I would spend weeks on one record, mate, just get one record, and then I'd bring one of mine, and it'd be like done in 2 days.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But obviously, because I knew how I wanted it to sound immediately, whereas I had to kind of interpret what John really wanted from it, from listening to the track on the keyboard to, what basically to enhance it rather than change it too much for him.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah.
it's like. A musician's very typical with what they want to hear. You can't overchange it, but you have to do it in such a delicate way as to respect the original vision of that track.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's much different when you're working with somebody else's music than when you're working with your own.
Oh, it's totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to respect the other artist. So what shall I do? Oh, do you know, I've got so many records that I could just talk about and play. It's
Yeah.
almost like this is almost turned into a DJ night now, isn't it? You know what I mean? Where I just DJ my own records and chat on about how great they are and
There you go.
what should I do? Do you reckon? I should do one for see, I've got so many choices.
Well, that's what happens when you got a whole library of stuff. It's
Well, literally, I'm looking at 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 albums.
yeah.
7 albums of work I've basically got. It's a lot of music.
It is a lot, yeah.
How
It's
do you choose?
sometimes when you have so much, it's like even when we do our show. I mean, we have a couple hundred artists. We have over 800 songs in our playlist now.
Yeah, that's a lot of music,
That's a
dude.
ridiculous amount of music.
Yeah, it's just a lot. That's a lot.
And that's why, like,
I'll
we
tell you
do a
what I'm going to
6 hour.
do, just to please my Akashi Chris, who stole this record.
Oh, okay. Yes,
Right.
I know.
All right, she stole. She fell in love with this record, didn't you? Didn't you, Chris? Admit it now.
Yes.
She
Uses
took it
as
and
her
ran with
opening
it for her
song.
show,
Yeah.
and it's become her thing. And but there's actually two. Actually, there's this one, and there's the artifact. But the artifact always brings a tear to her, so I'm not going to play that tonight.
No, we don't want to make her cry. Let's not do that.
Not tonight. Not tonight. Happy
Not
Fool.
tonight, Chris. We're not going to make you cry.
So
It's okay.
instead, I'm going to play this because this is really a bit of me. I mean, when I wrote this record, the thing I was thinking at the time is, I love to do music and stuff, but I really don't want to be like an icon or, like I was saying earlier, I don't want all this over appraisal stuff, and people, like being put so far high on a pedestal that you can't live up to that standard. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And that's the one thing I've never wanted. That's why I always dig myself and stuff in front of people, because they think I'm being disparaging of myself. I am in a kind of way, because I want people just to see me as a normal guy, because I am. It's just music that I do. It's not like I'm curing cancer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm playing a few
Yeah.
records, dude. I'm making some music, and yes, people have told me how lovely my voice is and that. Fantastic, great. But to hold someone so high that they worship them, like a lot of these pops idols are worshipped. It's just bloody ridiculous.
I
And
thought
I
it
don't
weird,
want
yeah.
I don't want anybody to waste their life on that, on me like that, or idolise me like that. Like what I do, great, fantastic, thanks very much. Support what I do, brilliant, thank you. It helps me carry on doing it. But you don't have to hold me that high, So this is really me. Sometimes I just want to be under the radar. The artist that's not known. But known, if you know
Uh-huh.
what I mean.
Yeah.
So thanks for stealing this, Chris. Cheek of it.
Calculating, crunching numbers, watching everything we do. Interference, have no clearance. I didn't give permission to. I'm staying under the radar. You're never gonna notice me. I'm staying under the radar. Incognito. So rely on virtual contact, never knowing what can happen to you. If your senses could be clearer, we wouldn't have to fear for you. I'm staying under the radar. You're never gonna notice me. I'm staying under the radar. Incognito. I'm staying under the radar. You're never gonna notice me. I'm staying under the radar. Incognito. I'm staying under the radar. You're never gonna notice me. I'm staying under the radar. Incognito.
So if you've read the message that I've just put there,
Hmm.
if you want to hear the track that I wrote again tonight, which is this, hit 1. To not hear it, hit 2, and I'll just
Yes.
end the show. Boom, end
If you've
of.
had
We're
it with
done.
the song, hit 2.
If you don't want to hear it, hit 2. Yeah, but if you want to hear it, hit 1. And I only need 5 people, and I'll do it.
Okay, well, we got one.
We got 1.
Of course, Chris wants to hear it. Everybody else is busy talking about the Phantom.
The Phantom. I'm not doing it.
The Ghost Who Walks is another one from Adam. Stuart's got a 1.
That's 3.
Yeah, we need 2 more. Otherwise, it's not going to happen.
No. 2 more. Cheers, guys. Anyway, thanks for hanging around. It's been brilliant.
Yeah,
I've
absolutely.
noticed
yeah.
how many people stuck around. I'm really, really happy with that. It's really nice.
Yeah, it's always nice to have people there. So yeah, the chat is very important. Thank you to everybody that hung around that came in. And if you're listening to this on a replay, thank you for doing that as well.
Yeah, bonus. Always lovely. Always lovely to have more people listening afterwards. Obviously, this is a different kind of show. It's not like your It's not like the Saturday show where all I'm doing is singing to everybody all night. You know,
Yeah,
singing
yeah.
people's names and
This
stuff.
is kind of a special niche kind of show here.
Well, it is, yeah. Like I said, the night
You know,
writer thing is really all about the whole
yeah, the process of
thing of
songwriting.
writing, the process. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's why I like. That's why it's a good thing as well. At the end of doing that is to play a few of the tracks and just dive into a
yeah.
little bit of what they're about. I think we got enough, haven't we? We got
I
enough,
think
haven't
we
we?
got another one from Sapphire up there, so
Yeah,
we're one
yeah,
short.
we
But
got
you know
enough.
what? I'm not on the chat, but I'll put a one in there also. That makes five.
There you go, and that's good enough, isn't it?
It is good
Hey,
enough.
that's totally good enough. Yeah.
All right,
Here
so
we go then.
this is what he put together tonight, and I'm gonna give it one more listen. If you haven't heard it yet, here you go.
Here we go. Indeed. And there we go.
Yeah,
Aye. It was
another
something, wasn't
piece
it?
of music. Yeah,
I mean, like I said, it's a tune. You saw how it was written. You get to watch. What else can I do? Let's be honest.
yeah. What
What
more
else
is
can
there
I
to
do?
say?
There is nothing else to say, is there? Apart from, ladies and gentlemen, you've been fantastic. Doc Danger, thanks very much. Thanks to the moderators.
Yep. Thank
Great
you
show.
all
I enjoyed
tuning in.
myself. Thanks for being here, everybody. Get yourselves over to I Love Weed Live in a bit because they're on. All right.
Bye bye.
Love you guys. See you Thursday for Radio 1FA. Back to back original tracks.
You can't wait till tomorrow. Though tomorrow never comes, you're still planning for the future, as if the future is set in stone. Live in the moment, the only time that matters is now. Time is an illusion. Breathe in every second, the only time that matters is now. There's only now. There's only now. Those philosophies you rely on for all you build your hopes upon. Continue making conscious efforts to claim what's right when you see what's wrong. Live in the moment, the only time that matters is now. Time is an illusion. Breathe in every second, the only time that matters is now. There's only now. There's only now. Now that you've woken from this spell that you've been sleeping under, you'll find yourself and you are free. Live in the moment, the only time that matters is now. Time is an illusion. Breathe in every second, the only time that matters is now. There's only now. Live in the moment, the only time that matters is now. Time is an illusion. Breathe in every second, the only time that matters is now. There's only now. Live in the moment, the only time that matters is now. Time is an illusion. Breathe in every second, the only time that matters is now. There's only now. There's only now. time that matters is now. There's only now. The only time that matters is now. There's only now. The only time that matters is now.
Good night, everybody.